Hey guys, and welcome to the Broke Boy Podcast. This is the pilot episode, and we plan on making more with the rest of the crew. If you like what you hear, please make sure to give us a follow. Now onto the podcast, and enjoy.
Okay.
So shalom, brother. How are you?
I'm, you know,
How was
I'm
the
okay.
beach? How was the beach?
Uh, it was all right. There was quite a few people there, surprisingly. Like not too many, but it was pretty chill.
It's pretty chill.
Uh, there was a very tense lifeguard there. You could tell he was like very on edge.
He's
He'd like walk up and the way he'd start talking, he'd be like, "Hi, how are you?" He'd be like, "Good." And Z had her dog with her, and he was like, "Is that a service dog?" And she was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, okay. He has beautiful eyes, by the way." Uh, he just kept doing these really weird like pauses.
bro. He
And
was
it's like
he was on drugs, bro. He was
he
like
was
he's
he
been
was
quarantined his whole life. Not his whole life, but like the past few months. And then they're like, "Hey, yeah, we opened up the beaches. I need you to go to work." And he's like right now." And they're like, "Yeah."
yeah,
And he's like,
right now.
"Fuck, I'm on shrooms, bro. Like, like I can't
He's
think."
like, dude.
And he's like, so he shows up to work. There's a kid. He's
And like also nobody was paying attention to like they typically separate like surfers go here, swimmers over here, like with the flags. Like nobody gave a fuck.
actually
Nobody
no.
gave a fuck
I
about
I
the
actually
flag.
didn't know that.
Yeah, they separate areas because like if there's too bad of like a rip curl, like where the waves start crossing each other, it gets like a rip tide where underneath when they cross, it pulls you further out stronger. So they don't allow swimmers in those areas, but it's fine for surfers. So they'll put up these red flags to say like in this area, surfers only. But like nobody was listening to that like at all. So they were consistently having to like swim out and pull people back.
Yeah, actually, I didn't know that. As much as I lived in California. Fuck my life.
It's really only like if you're at the beach all the time you figure that shit out.
Do you guys still have the condo there?
No, we haven't had that there since like probably
Well,
since like
since
the last time we went.
I was to say like what 2016?
Yeah, like it's been a minute.
No, but like, do they still own it or like they just
No,
stopped
I don't.
paying?
I don't think. I think they just stopped paying. Like I don't think we have it anymore.
Oh, okay.
My nana still has one there.
It's a different one or it's the same?
It's the same place. It's she just owns like a different like I don't know. But I was gonna ask her one day to see if like she'll let us like me you just the boys
Oh, dude,
see
that'd
if
be
we could all
sick.
use it.
That'd be so sick, dude. We had so many good memories there, from what I
Camera
remember.
X.
I
Yeah,
don't
Camera
I
X
don't think
Tech.
I don't think I've ever had a bad memory going to the to San Diego.
But yeah, it's pretty cool there. Aside from how expensive everything is, it's pretty tight.
Yeah, nah, nah. But remember, I was dumb, and I was like, "Let's go watch the, let's go watch the morning rise." And I forgot we lived on the West Coast for some reason, and I was like, "That's weird. I don't see the sunrise." And I was like, "Oh, it's because it's behind us." That's right. We were made for sunsets.
Yeah, not really sunrises.
Yeah,
At least on the coast.
that was funny. I always remember that.
Oh yeah, if you hear someone behind me, it's because my brother's here.
Oh, I heard him. I'm just kidding. I didn't hear him. Tell him I said hello.
Are you on TikTok?
No.
I should kick your teeth in. TikTok is a sin.
The all mortals. So you're back home
Yeah, I'm gonna be going to my dad's house on like probably like Saturday or something like that.
for Father's Day, or
Yeah, just kind of to hang out for a little bit for like a day or two, and then I'll probably be in Riverside for another day or two, and then
Yeah, hang out for a day or two, get a few PCs while I'm there, and then fuck off.
Yeah, you know how it be.
What was it that you wanted to steal? You were like, I'm gonna steal something when I go back to his house.
One, he bought this brand new Acer monitor, which is like, it's fucked. Like,
Oh, it's like two
really
G's, isn't it?
It's like a 2 or 3 grand.
I think
monitor,
I know what you're talking about.
And he has that. He has two 2080 Ti's. Oh wow, GTA gave me free money. He has two 2080 Ti's. And he has a ton of computers with just like regular 1080 Ti's. And like I'm just sitting over here with my fucking measly 1080, and I'm like, come on, dog.
Yeah, I really wanna.
You can spare.
I really wanna get a gaming rig. Like I like my laptop because like I was talking to Sky about it, and I was like, don't get me wrong, I love my laptop. It saved me playing, in 720, like I used to. But I would really like just one good powerful PC. Like I feel like the laptop is good if I go over to someone's house and we we want a game. All right, cool. I have the laptop. I can pull it out.
It's good for what it is. It's a portable like mid-tier gaming rig.
Yeah. But for me right now, I'm using it for like all purpose. So it's kind of like,
so you need something with a bit more power, because with laptop, the thing you sacrifice is the power that comes with the bigger parts.
Yeah, cause like I have a 1050 on here, and it's not bad, but it's like I've played on my cousin's computer.
When you play the newer games, like you really start to see the difference between like the 1080s and the 1050s and the 1060s and stuff like that. Like, you really start to see how they hold up in situations like that, or when you start recording and rendering and shit like that. Like you can tell that like if I had a better card, like this would be quite a bit better.
Yeah, I'm starting to see it when I play COD, just for the fact that I was like everything's high, like not high, but it's my graphics on high, but it's like I feel like it looks like kind of muddy. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it just still doesn't look clear. And because I'll watch other streamers play, and I was like, yeah, my game just doesn't look like this. And I mean, obviously, because they're running like a 2080 Ti or a 1080 Ti or something dumb with like 16 gigs of RAM or 32, because who knows what they use it for. But it's like, I'm like, I was like, but then again, it's like I can't complain, because it still looks nicer than when I used to play on.
Yeah, I feel.
So I'm like, okay, like I could still play. It runs nice. It's whatever. I'm just more worried about killing my battery on this.
That's the big thing with laptops, is like if that battery like shits itself.
That's the main thing. I'm like, fuck, I don't want that to die. So I shut it down completely every night, and then I unplug it obviously, so that it doesn't. And then I try to like not keep it plugged in. But the thing is, it can't go at full power unless it's like it's not plugged in, right? So it's like it just doesn't work out, and I'm like, great, this is not what I was like, I'm forced to keep it plugged in. I was like, I don't want to keep this plugged in. What are you gonna do with your pops? Just hang out?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably just dick around in the studio for a while and
just game.
Yeah, probably play a ton of VR shit.
Oh, dude, yeah, the Half-Life Alyx.
See if I can convince him to give me one of his VR headsets.
Dude, I want one so bad. I'll even take the one PJ has.
Like whatever bootleg headset PJ has.
No, he has a legitimate one.
I forgot, like before he had this one, he had some real like bootleg one, but now he has like a regular one.
No, it's also not a Vive. It's the other brand. The one that came out first before Vive.
Oculus?
Yeah, it's the Oculus, but it's not the Rift. Yeah, it was the Quest. Like I'll even take a Quest at this point. That's what I'm saying.
I'm fucking. I'm like greedy. I want the index. My dad is the fucking
Oh,
Valve index, and I'm
oh,
like,
dude,
dog.
that's like what it was like what $1,000. It's like $1,000
It's
or
like that's
yeah,
yeah. It's like a band. It's a
yeah.
band, and then if you want like the stupid, I don't know if they're haptic or not, but like the finger tracking controllers, like
No,
those are a separate
that
purchase with it. And
I thought no, it comes with it.
no, it does not.
I thought it did.
My dad has the headset and no controllers. He's like, if I wanted the
Oh,
controllers, I have
oh,
to pay an extra. Like he has regular controllers, but he doesn't have like the fancy finger tracking ones.
oh, I swear it came with it. I
I
thought it
have
did.
no idea.
Because I remember like I was watching a Swagger Souls video, and he said like he got it, and he's like yeah, and he's like yeah, I bought the headset, and it comes with the like the finger tracking, uh, controller.
My dad may have also bought it, like you know.
He probably could have just bought that because I know I was looking up because you could buy everything in pieces. You could buy like the
Mm,
full set, or you could just buy the headset by itself, or you could
I'm
buy
pretty
like
sure my dad probably just bought the headset himself and has just been using his old Vive controllers.
yeah, and I know you can also like like I said, you could buy like the little base stations, the fucking the headset, or I know for like the full package like of like $1,000 or a little bit more, it's like you get everything, the whole shebang. Screw screw.
I just need to get my big thing right now is a new processor. If I can get a new processor and probably a little bit more RAM, like I have 16 gigs right now, but like I ideally like to have 32.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's for everybody. Everybody would ideally like to have 32. Like, you don't really need it. It's just like, why not? Like, it's
Yeah.
there.
But I want to get a new like one of the new Ryzen CPUs. I'm probably gonna looking to get one of those,
I
and
can't. I just can't. I can't
like
do
I
Ryzen. If I was to get a Ryzen, it'd be a Threadripper, and that'd be it.
well like the only reason is because like now the new AMD chips are pretty much on par with Intel, if not like a little bit better, and they're not like absorbently expensive either. Like they're relatively okay, like priced okay.
Okay.
Okay, I
Okay.
believe you.
Okay. I believe you.
But
So,
yeah.
did I tell you about Hunter's roller coaster?
What?
Okay. So, Hunter, we and Hunter were on a call.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm streaming, by the way. Just letting you know.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. So Hunter calls. He calls me. I call him at work, or it's something like that on Discord. Like I don't know. So I was calling him, and he was like, "Oh, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh no, I don't know. We were just talking," and he brought up Six Flags, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. You have fun." Oh, he's like, "Oh, I want to go to Six Flags with everybody one day, or something like that." I was like, "Oh,
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, that's cool. You guys have fun." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I hate roller coasters." And he's like, "What do you mean you hate roller coasters?" I was like, "Exactly what I just said. Like, I hate roller coasters." He's like, "How do you hate roller coasters?" Like, I was like,
Sounds like Hunter.
I just hate roller coasters. Like, I don't like the experience. Like, I don't know. Like, and I was like, I'm just terrified of roller. He's like, "Oh, I get scared." He's like, I get scared too." I was like, "Okay, cool, but you still get on them and have fun." Like, I just can't do that. And he was he's like, "I'm gonna take you." I was like, "No, I'm not going to the Devil's Canyon." He's like, "It's not the Devil's Canyon." And I was like, "I call it the Devil's Canyon just because like it's like in a valley. It's built on an earthquake fault, and it's just full of roller coasters going everywhere." I was like, "It's the Devil's Canyon." I'm like, "I'm not going to the Devil's Canyon." He's like, "Please, you're gonna go." I was like, "Dude, I'm not going." I was like, "Take Shimon." I was like, "He's
I
never
love
gone."
roller coasters.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "He loves roller coasters." Like I was like, "I never go," and he was like, "No, no, no, no." He's like, "I'm gonna take you." I was like, "How about this? You just take Sky and Shimon." Like, I was like, he's like, "Sky doesn't like roller coaster." He's like, "Oh no," he's like, "Sky won't even fit on a roller coaster." I was like, "He has a season pass. He just went like last summer." He's like, oh, he
Yeah.
did? He was like, oh, he did? I was like, yeah. And he was like, no, that's cool. I only want to go with you. I was like, no. I was like, I hate roller coasters, bro. I'm not doing that. And he just kept tempting me. He was like, okay. He's like, I'm just going to pick you up and I'm just going to take you to Six Flags. And I was like, dude, first off, I was like, I know, like, I'll know when you're going to do that. He's like, how?
Yeah.
I was like, first off, no one picks me up ever. I always drive to where I need to go. So
Yeah.
out of the blue, somewhere, one day, you're like, hey, bro, I'm going to stop by your house. I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to know right away, like, you're going to probably take me to Six Flags. Yeah. And so I told him, I was like, even if you did somehow convince me to go to Six Flags, I would Uber back home. Like, I'll pay I'll Uber back. Like, I don't care. I hate that. Like, I was like, I hate it. Like, I'm not doing that.
It sounds like Hunter, the moment you disagree with something that he wants to do, he will just basically continue to just tell you that no, like this is just what I'm gonna do with you.
Just keep pestering me. And so, like, oh, give me a second.
I can't believe you.
And so, like, it went on for, like, a good, like, hour and a half. Like, because, like, he finished his shift. Like, that's how long we were talking about. Just, like, me not going on roller coasters. And I was like, bro, like, I don't want to do that. Like, I just don't. And he just kept, he's like, how about this? How about we just meet up one day, we get some good lunch, you know, it's on me, and then we just head over to Six Flags. I was like, no, dude, I don't want to go.
69, thanks for the follow, Doc.
Hey, brother, thanks for the follow for him. And
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. and so I was just like, bro, anyway, it went on for, like, until his shift was over. And I actually, like, while we were talking, I went onto the website, to Six Flags website, and it has a list of every roller coaster there. Oops, my phone went off. Every roller coaster there, and it has videos, and it tells you how fast they go. It pretty much gives a description, you know, how fast it goes. Yeah, it gives a description, and it gives you a little video of the whole ride. So it tells you how fast it goes, how long it takes you to do the full ride, and then it gives you, like, another description of, like, oh, this is, like, it does this, go exhilarating speed, like, you know, a little fun description about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the ones he was, like, talking, I'm actually surprised, like, most of them only last, like, 2 minutes, but those 2 minutes to me feel like half an hour of just straight dying. Yeah. And I even brought up the fact, I was like, bro, I'm the worst person to go to amusement parks with, just for the fact that I don't like roller coasters. And he was like, no, that's not true. I was like, bro, Alex Shimon. I was like, we had season passes to Knott's Berry Farm, and I didn't get on anything besides, like, a Jaguar and, like, and that, like, there was another one we went on.
Pony Express was, like, the max I think you could handle, just because like, it basically, like, you just sat and it basically just kind of went in a circle. It was nothing extreme, like, it was just, like, a fast-paced circle.
Yeah, like, I could do that. Like, that was fun. Like, I could do those just because, like, I'm not
Accelerator, Silver Bullet.
Yeah, I
understand that. I get it.
And I even told him too. I was like, yeah, he went by himself. He's like, on what? I was like, on Silver Bullet. And he was like, but if you go with me, like, come on, we're gonna go. I'm like, dude, no, please stop. And I said, like, and then after that,
you to Six Flags, it doesn't take me. I would be pissed.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, Sean's gonna be pissed because first off, he's never been there, right? I think you told me.
Never.
Yeah. I was like, he's never been there, and he's been wanting to go forever. And I was like, on top of that, like, Sky likes to go, so I was like, yeah, take both of them. And I even told him too. I was like, if we do go, I'll go. But don't expect me to enjoy myself. Like, I found out there was, like, they have, like, go-karts there. Or something like that. And I was like, okay, if I go, you're only going to see me racing. Like, you won't see me anywhere else. He's like, come on, you're going to get on one with me. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to go up, like, there. It even tells you how many stories up it goes. There was one that was, like, 26 stories high. And I was like, nah, I'm good, dude. I'm not going 26 stories up. And yeah, that was the roller coaster talk that I had with Hunter, like, a few days ago. You could probably bring it up with him. It was so funny. And then he got home, And I was like, oh, because I thought he was gonna continue that conversation, and I was like, oh, I gotta go to bed. And he was like, oh, you do really? I was like, no, and he's like, oh, okay. And then we just played like Warzone after that, and I was like, oh, I was so upset. I was like, I did not want to talk about like, oh yeah, one thing too. Like I said, it shows a video of the route of like the whole ride, and just seeing some of them, I was just like, oh, bro, like my hands are already sweating. Like, I don't want to like just thinking about me being up there, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll pass. I don't want to do that.
What?
It was dumb. I was like, nah. I was like,
I don't even gone on California Screaming at Disneyland.
California. What was California Screaming?
The one on the California Adventure
slide.
Yeah.
I won't even do that.
You haven't done that one yet.
Oh, I even told him too. I was like, bro, when I go to Disneyland, the only like roller coasters I go on is straight Magic Mountain. I love Magic Mountain. That's like my
Space
favorite.
Mountain?
I mean Space Mountain. I'm sorry, Space Mountain. Yeah, Magic Mountain. The fuck did I get that? Space Mountain.
It's okay. A lot of people call it Magic Mountain, and I don't know. I think before it was called Space Mountain, it may have been called Magic Mountain or something. I don't know. My mom calls it that too.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like that one, but I went once when it was actually Star Wars themed.
Oh.
And Star Wars themed is really more.
No.
It's
really
I
have
more
been
fun.
there when that happened. I have seen that, yeah.
So the Star Wars one is really more like visually, it's way better than the regular one, because like the regular one, it's just like lasers, right? It's just lasers.
It's just dark.
Right.
And there's these white dots everywhere to symbolize stars, but that terrifies the shit out of me because I barely fit in their stupid thing as is because I'm like 6'3" or whatever. So I barely fit in their stupid cars. And so I tuck everything in because I feel like my limbs are gonna get chopped off. Like it's very scary. I don't know how because if I've seen it without like when it's like lit up in there before, and it's there's really not a lot of room. Like I'm surprised there's not more like cases of people like breaking limbs or shit like that.
I'm not too sure. I haven't seen it lit up. I have to like look it up. I have to like see. But the Star Wars one is it's just way more. It's just way more fun. Like the audio and like it actually feels like a cool little Star Wars ride. You're pretty much like an X-wing fighter. And then he's like ready to go into hyperspace, and when you're going into hyperspace, it's when you go up, like the first like up little hill, you crawl up, and then it's like right when you arrive, you're like, oh, we got contact, and when you start fighting, that's when you do like the little drop, and you start going, oh, and you're pretending like you're flying. It's like when you're flying everywhere. It's so much fun. That one's like my favorite one. I went back last year, and it was just the regular one. I was so upset. I was like, oh fuck, I really wanted the Star Wars one. That one's my hands down. That's what they should have kept it as, the Star Wars one. It's just more visually appealing. I feel like the dots, they kind of get me nauseous. It's not even the ride, it's just seeing different color like dots everywhere. But I still love that ride. It's really fun. And then so yeah, that's what I was telling him. I was like, I haven't even gone Matterhorn. I was like, I'm too much of a bitch. I'm sorry. I was like, I'll do
fucking break my back out. That ride is like that is like the roughest roller coaster on like it's like rougher than Ghost Rider. Not very far.
Remember I wanted to do Ghost Rider for some reason?
Yeah, both Ghost Rider and Matterhorn, like they're just very rough. Like your back will hurt. Also, I don't fit in the Matterhorn thing either. Every time I do it, my leg gets a cramp. It's just a pain in the ass. Being tall and going to amusement parks just doesn't work together.
Yeah, my legs cramp when I go on like regular roller coasters. And I'm just like, I'm walking out like, like, I'm just like, I was like, I can't walk. Yeah, I'm a bitch. And then, what's another one? Was it Thunder Mountain?
Big Thunder Mountain.
The little like train one. I like that one. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, Thunder Mountain's cool. It's one of those like like low key, fast paced roller coasters that I feel like anybody can kind of like.
Yeah. It's
It's
because
not
it's
too crazy. It's simple. It's like Splash Mountain. It's just one of those things. Like it's real simple, not too crazy. A little bit of excitement.
yeah. You still get the joy. And then what happened? What else? Oh yeah, I told them that I went on like the only like crazy thing I've done that involves like heights would be what's it called? Uh fuck. I can't remember the name. The Guardians of the Galaxy one.
Oh, like the
Like the
new
old
Tower of
Tower of
Terror.
Terror, yeah.
Oh, it's called like Breakout or some shit like that.
Yeah, I did that. And I think
It's
what
not too bad.
it's okay. I just don't like freefall.
No, I don't think anybody likes it.
I don't like freefall. I mean, I get skydivers like freefall.
They're not okay.
so I did that. I was like nervous, but I was actually kind of excited. I think for the fact that I've never really experienced something like that. Like I've never done because I've never done a free fall. Like I've always seen it, like at like knots and all that. But even then,
Yeah.
I was like, even then, I knew like, oh, I can't handle that for sure. But
the Tower of Terror / Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever the fuck it's called now, is the only free fall I can do, specifically because it's inside.
yeah,
I cannot handle any of the ones that are outside. That's just this metal tower with some chairs strapped to it and like a bungee cord. I can't get down with that.
and so yeah, I like it because the visuals and then the music, it helps me like distract myself a little bit, so it's not like all my anxiety is just on like dying from falling. And then
Mhm.
but there's one part that got me. It's when you go all the way up and you see like the Disneyland park.
Oh yeah,
And
then
you yeah, and then you just straight fall like 4 stories or something like that. And I was just like, "Ah!" Dude, my
See,
bag started floating, and I caught it. Like I caught it. I was like, oh snap! It was so funny. But
when
did
that
it.
happened, I did it with Michael, and when we were falling down, I was like, "This is okay, this is okay." And then there was like like 2 seconds where I was like, "I've been falling for too long." Like I, for whatever reason, like my brain was like, "Okay, this is past the amount of time where it's like okay to fall." Like I think the ride's broken, and like panic start to set in. But as soon as it did, it like stopped, and I was like, "Oh, okay, we're fine."
Yeah. So like yeah, that like I think that's like the longest fall because even I like my legs were like starting to tighten up because I was trying to stay strapped onto my seat.
Yeah, because like
But
there's a couple seconds where like you're like, oh, this is fine, like this is what the ride's supposed to be. But then you reach that point where you're like, I've been falling for too long. Like I've been in the air for an uncomfortable amount
so so I anyway I did it, and
of time.
a part of me like would like do it again, but the other half of me still like you're gonna die, like don't do it. So it's weird. Like I'll have a battle trying to figure out like if I would go again. It's just yeah, I just don't like that zero, like not zero G, but like just the G forces like in my stomach. I just don't like that feeling. I don't know. Some people do. That's why they go on them. I guess they love it.
Play some Halo.
You want to play some Halo?
Sure.
You want to play some Halo?
I changed my mind. No.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could. I guess this will wrap up episode 1 of the podcast. Or 0, because this would be the pilot.
I don't know how to fly.
Me neither. That's why we have 2 legs.
You said this is the pilot.
It is. I recorded everything.
Well, I streamed it.
Hell yeah. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna end this. We don't have any sponsors because we don't exist.
That's fair.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Except for your stream, because we're gonna continue and hop over and play Halo.
It let me Halo. Any full screen application?
All right, bye.